Good evening and welcome to another live stream from glorious Abruzzo, and we're all getting excited because it's nearly summertime. So there you go. So tonight's live stream, a pre-summer update. I don't know what that is yet, but I'll come up with something, I'm sure. And a mini Meet the Home Buyers. You may be wondering what a mini Meet the Home Buyers is, and that's because there's potentially one half of the Meet the Home Buyers that may not be there. And we're going to come back to this couple at some point later because it's a bit of a story. I don't know if you remember last week, and I was saying everybody think about Frank and Tanya and hoping that their house sale was going to go through last Friday because it's been their third time. And I'm not going to tell you what happened on Friday until Frank's on. We're hoping Tanya's going to be on here as well. We're going to bring them on later. We're just going to basically talk about their experiences for the last 2.5 years. And I'm not passing the blame to anybody or simply because I've been involved in this as well. An enormous amount of bad luck, maybe not bad luck, bad timing, I don't know. And yeah, so it's a bit of a story, this one. So we're going to start it off with just this will be later on the show. It's only going to be sort of a 15-20 minute segment, but I'm going to give you a few updates, a few things that what's going to be happening over summertime and all the rest of it, and then we'll bring them on. Hopefully Tanya's going to be with him. If not, it'll be Frank on his own, which is absolutely fine. And you'll probably recognize his name. He constantly watches every week and comments all the time, and incredibly patient. Never met either of them before. I've just met Frank tonight for the first time online. We just had a quick chat before we go live. So I'm quite looking forward to this because it's a bit of one of those, where you just feel like you're just banging on your head against the wall and things are just not going your way. You know that feeling, don't you? Well, just watch and see what happened. And see what's happening, and we'll get there updated a little bit later on. So that's all part of the pre-summer updates and a mini Meet the Home Buyers. We've also got as a special treat checking in from Kyoto. Oh, look, it's Peter. It's Pacentro Pete. I was just about to say Pacentro. Unbelievable. I was just thinking about him, and I actually contacted him today to see if he'd pop on the show to say hello. But he's in Japan at the moment, Kyoto, so he probably doesn't want to come on. Because it'll probably be in his pajamas tucked up in bed because it's about 2 o'clock in the morning there now. But we did say we would have a check-in at some point with Pacentro Pete. So hi Pete, it's nice that you're staying up. Troy's back. Happy, what was that? Oh, happy holidays. I thought you were saying happy birthday. It's my birthday, Troy. Did you forget to leave my present? It's not my birthday today. But just to let not that I want to mention it live so everybody sends me gifts and thinks I wouldn't do anything like that. So I'm not going to mention that it's my birthday on the 9th of August. I'm not that type of person. But anyway, it's my birthday on the 9th of August. And it's Tony's birthday as well, 4 days before. But who cares about Tony?
Me, another birthday. I've managed another year.
You've had quite a few.
I don't know how.
You've had quite a few birthdays, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, they're racking up, Dave, fairly quickly.
So we'll come back to you, Tony, in a sec. But it is his birthday. Like I say, we're not asking for any gifts because we're not like that. But 5th of August, Tony, which we're not really bothered about. The more important one is obviously the 9th of August, which is mine, just in case you're wondering. Did I mention that? Anyway, I may mention it a few times during the show. So that's what we're doing tonight. A bit of an update, a bit of a mixed match. But we've also got, which I know you're going to be happy about, we've got the return of Domenico, and it's Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Now, I did say last week we were going to do a new thing using Abruzzese dialect and all the rest of it. That my son and daughter were supposed to be getting involved in, and I completely forgot that my daughter is in Sicily, and my son is not here today either. So that's going to start after August. That will be when we come back in September. But Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials doesn't get much better than that, does it? Definitely not. So that's going to be anybody that's joining us for the first time. What that is Tony's going to come on shortly. I'm going to give him a quote from a famous film, and I'll give you an idea of the type of genre of the film. Is that how you say it? Don't know why I had to accent it in such a way. And then later in the show, Tony's going to do it in his best Italian. And then later in the show, Domenico is going to come on and do it in his best English. And then it's time for you to guess the name of the film. So we're going to be doing that a little bit later. We've not done that for a month or two. Excuse me. I don't know what. I don't know if I've got a bit of a cold. Anybody feel sorry for me? If you feel sorry for me, leave me a comment in the comments. It's going to be like this all show. I need some water. I didn't get any water. Anyway, Tony's holding something up at me. I don't know. He's holding up something on a little screen. This is just going to get worse, isn't it? Okay, so we've got Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. We've also got stunning photo of the week, and as I say, we've got loads of cheesy sounds like that, and we may have cheesy sounds like and all that lovely stuff. And then shall we just get moving? Tone, are we moving? Shall we? Yeah.
I think you should start actually doing something, Dave.
I'm just wondering for 6 minutes what I've actually said.
You've not said anything, really.
Not really. It's just
you mentioned your birthday a few times.
It's time wasting at its best.
Yeah. My birthday is the same day.
Yeah, we're not interested. Anyway, so yes. Tony's birthday is the 5th of, and my birthday is the 9th of August, just to get it out there. Tours, let's just quickly go through a few notices. Tours. We've actually got an update on next year's tours, and if Tony lets me, somebody's saying get well soon. That's very nice. Who said that? Too much chlorine from the pool. It may well be, Laurie. Yeah. Okay, so the tours, next year's tours, well, this year's tours, September and October. We've still got some seats left on September and October. Please book, come in autumn time, because it's a fantastic time to come. It's going to be smaller groups, because we understand the current situation. There's quite a few people that don't really want to travel at this time, which is completely understand, with some crazy people throwing missiles around that they shouldn't be throwing around, but I'm not going to go down that. We're not going to get political, are we, on this show? No. But there are some available seats September and October. That's the 24th and 25th, and October 22nd and 23rd. And to be honest with you, having a smaller group, we used to only take small groups in the past, and it's a little bit more intimate. You know, we get to know each other a little bit more. We can have lunch together in that intimate sort of way. So yeah, it should be quite good to join us on one of the autumn tours. So jump on one of those. Just go to www.ahomeinitaly.com/tours, and you got all the information there. And you will see, and you should have seen on Facebook today, and also on what's the other one? YouTube. That's the one that we've released next year's dates, and they are. Get ready for this. This is spring. I also need to do this. Hold on a second. See, Tony should be helping me. Oh, no, it's the wrong button. Hold on a second. Here we go. Thanks for helping, Tone. Don't worry. It's fine. I'll do it all myself. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, that's how I feel tonight. I'm getting excited because it's summer. Look, yeah, there it is. New 2027 tour dates, even though it's written at the bottom anyway. But I thought I'd make you this little slide. 11th and 12th of March. We're doing it a little bit earlier because it's Easter at the end of March. It comes a little bit, or very beginning of April. It comes quite early, Easter this time. So we thought that we would keep away from Easter. So people flying at that time, they shouldn't find ridiculous prices. 11th and 12th of March, 29th and 30th of April, and 27th and 28th of May. Obviously, the tour get-together starts the day before. As you can see, aperitivo meeting the night before the tour, which is included in it as well. So it's always a Thursday and Friday when we do the tours. Don't know why. That's just the date that we chose, and that's stuck like that. So Wednesday night, we meet for an aperitivo at the G Hotel in Pescara. We walk into Pescara and go to a great bar, cafe bar there that look after us very, very well. Have a bit of a welcome, even just an hour and a half, couple of hours altogether. And then obviously the tour starts then the following day. Lama Laurie and Nikon John, what was that again? Would like to meet Would love to meet the groups in September and October. Well, if you're around, Laura, then I'm sure they would love to meet you as well. You've got my WhatsApp, so drop me a WhatsApp. Let me know the dates you're here, and we'll definitely see you. As I said, the September and October tours are much smaller than usual, less than half size, but we're quite happy about that. And we're still going to do it. But get ready for March. For those of you who don't want to travel this year, but you're thinking about next year, go on there and book. For those of you who are wondering what on earth I'm talking about, these are the tours. We all get together. We walk around different houses. Obviously, that's for sale. We don't just pile into people's houses that don't know, we wouldn't do that. We're not that kind of people. We have a look at we see over 20 properties usually on these tours in about 10 different destinations. Some great places where we stop for lunch, all included in the tour price. We do all the favorite places: Sulmona, Vittorito, Raiano, all of those, Palombaro, Piedimonte, which is where we are now on this photograph. Or we flip it around and we go to Lama di Peligna and Fara San Martino. This is Fara that I'm showing you now. This is Lama di Peligna, which is usually always a favorite on there, and that's where Lama Lori and Nikon John's from. So we probably will we will stick to that one as well and go there. So yeah, it's just a great way of meeting other people that's interested in doing similar kind of things to you or buying a property over here. It's just a great way to do it. This is the one of the restaurants that we go to in Palombaro. A fantastic restaurant it is too. So if you are interested in joining us, remember that these are the spring 2027 tour dates: March 11th and 12th, April 29th and 30th, May 27th and 28th. They are available for you to book. You can go online now and you can book by paying your deposit and blocking your space on the website. Our Home in Italy. Some people send messages to Home in Italy without the R, and that's a rental company somewhere up north. And they sort of, every time they get email messages, they say, don't go there, come here and go and rent one of our places. But just ignore them. Just come to homeInItaly.com. But jump on there and book your space, because it will be absolutely fantastic. And as I say, if you are available this autumn, then come and join us on the here we are again, 24th, 25th of September, October 22nd and 23rd. They're available to book now as well, all on the website under the tours page. Okay, have you got that? Is that enough tours? Yes. Let's do stunning photo of the week, and we have to give a big shout out to our good friend Pacentro Pete, because if you remember a while ago, I did say one of your tasks was to track Pacentro Pete down and have a photograph taken with him. And that's what someone was saying there. Dave still owes me an aperitivo from the April tour. You've no chance, Gary, I'm afraid. If you weren't there, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. We will sometime, definitely. What was I saying? If you can track Pacentro Pete down, we do know he's in Kyoto at the moment, Japan. So, it may be a bit extreme trying to get a photograph of him now, but if anybody's watching from Japan, and in particular in Kyoto, if you can find him, then, I mean, that's just going to be absolutely amazing. But this amazing couple, Jim and Linda, sent me in the stunning photo of the week, which I'm trying to put the title on, but tone is just not... there we go. Look, stunning photo of the week. Sent in by Jim and Linda. They came on a tour with us and then bought a house, a fantastic house in Pacentro. And look, they sent me a photograph at a winery, Margiotta, I think it's called. Winery, I've never heard of it, in Prato La Peligna. And they bumped into the very, very famous Pacentro Pete and had a photograph taken with him. And I understand as well, Mark and Nada, I think I read on an earlier comment that they saw Pacentro Pete in IKEA, and he did say he saw some crazy American person in, and I did wonder if it was you, Mark. So it clearly was in IKEA, and I think it had a photograph taken. So I'm expecting to see that in my inbox anytime soon. But there he is, the famous Pacentro Pete. Thanks so much to Jim and Linda. Great to see you both. You look exactly the same as you did on the tour when you came it must be 2 or 3 years ago now. You're both looking fantastic. Hope you're watching tonight. A big hello to you guys, and thank you very much for sending the photograph in. There you go. So that's stunning photo of the week. What do we do now, Tone? Is it that? It's that time. We've not done it for a while. But it's now time for Tony. That's the hint. It's now time for There it is. Look, Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Let's bring him back on. You still got your hat on?
Aha! I still got my hat on. Yeah.
So you said it was a bit hot.
It's a bit warm.
See, you've. I'm excited now for August holidays. Because, obviously not everything, but most things shut down, and I think it started early this year. I think it started about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But you've used up all your holidays. That's it now. In the sense of you've been on holiday. What are you going to do?
Well, I think her indoors is planning more holidays.
Where are you off to? Anything booked?
Oh, well, no, I think we're going to go back to the UK for a week or so at some point.
Oh, well.
And see the kids, see the grandkids.
What, in August? You're going to go back in August?
Possibly. Depends if the price is right.
If the price is right. There you go. Spoke like a good, I was going to say a northerner, but you're not. You're one of them weird mobs, aren't you?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Webbed feet. What you say?
I know that. There's nothing wrong with marrying your sister. Sorry. Mark is actually sending me a message now. He's sending me a photograph. Excuse me, everybody. Mark Misra on the.
What's he saying?
Mark Misra. I always say his name wrong. I get the Z and the R mixed the wrong way around. He just sent me a photograph of him and Pacentro Pete. Let me see. I don't know if it's going to come up. Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
There you go. Fantastic.
It's a bit light, but it's good.
Where's Nader, Mark? Why did you push her out of the way? That's not fair. Pacentro Pete actually looks a bit shocked on that photograph. It looks like just some crazy person sort of interrupting his lunch. Fantastic. Great photograph.
It's like somebody off Little Britain.
Yeah. I think we could do a sketch. Mark and Pacentro
You
Pete.
don't want to go down there.
They would make a brilliant sketch, definitely. Okay, Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. So this is, have you noticed, I'm wasting even more time, but it's fun stuff, isn't it? Because it's summer. Fun
for you. Yeah.
That's what I say. But it's not. I'm not really good. Well, we're going for a few days and then staying at home, and I'm looking forward to it.
No, you enjoy it.
Just hoping not all the visitors that said they're coming come. Just keep them sort of. Anyway, that's another story.
Ship them out. Just leave them there.
Yes. So okay, Tom. So this is a famous film. If I remember rightly, the scores. I was looking up the scores. I think I was 40 ahead.
Well, yeah, I think you.
So we'll see tonight what happens. So for everybody that's
Go
watching.
on, then.
Tony is going to say a quote from a famous film in Italian, in his best Italian. You can't guess it yet. You've got to wait until you hear Domenico later on in the show that's going to do it in his best English. Are you ready for it?
I'm waiting for it, look.
Hold on, I need
got my phone ready.
So I'm going to give people a clue while you just have a quick look at. I will say that it is it's a comedy.
That's your. I know when I get one from you.
So it's a comedy, and it's aimed at. I want to say it's aimed at the children and big children. Are you ready?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, if you can just try and push it along a little bit. Yep. The idea is you say, "Yeah, you're ready." Okay, Tom.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah.
Are you ready? What's that?
Well, go on, then.
Why is it a bit complicated? I have started. I've gone in a little bit at the. Well, it's the last one. I need to make sure it's the last one before summer. I need to make sure I'm well in the head. I'm not in the lead. Okay, go.
Okay. Un attimo prima stai difendendo l'intera galassia e all'improvviso ti ritrovi a sossaggiare del Darjeeling con Maria Antoinetta e la sua sorellina.
That weren't bad, actually. That not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Trying to see it.
No, you did all right on that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Thanks, Tom. We'll see you later. There you go. So that's Tony, the Kazakh producer, in his best Italian, Anybody any ideas what it could be? No, you can't guess yet. Got to wait while later in the show. Okay, so I'm going to bring Frank on soon. I'm just going to look in my little window to see if Tanya is there. No, I can only see Frank at the minute. I don't know what he's doing yet. He probably thinks I'm going to turn. Don't worry, Frank. I'm not going to put the camera on yet. It'll be about another 10 minutes. Just going to give you a couple of things. What's going to happen? Obviously, we are closed during August. We will still be putting the who's this? Sorry, Pete Rosman. Ciao from Vitorito. Renovation starts tomorrow. Yay, Pete. We need to do one of these. Meet the home buyers. In fact, if they're starting, we'll do one once we get back, if that's okay with you. Send me a message when we're back in September. So just so I'll let you know what's happening in August. We do take time off I misread that, but we do take time off in August. We do still publish the videos. So the Saturday videos will still be on as usual. So all Patreon members will get early access. Don't worry, you'll still get early access to Saturday properties. And some Wednesday videos will be on there as well. So not every Wednesday, but most. I didn't put a video on this Wednesday, but I will be putting one on next week. Got a couple of bargains actually coming up. One in Faro San Martino, one in Civitella Messa Raimondo, and another bargain one in Introdacqua. So we've got so probably 3 Wednesdays there. That's some really good stuff. They're agent videos, but they're fantastic. The boys are doing well with the agent videos now. They're getting much better at them, and the Wednesday viewings is certainly showing that. So that's going to carry on. We will be keeping an eye on emails, but obviously it will be a limited eye. It will be just every now and then. So if you need anything urgent, do send an email rather than a WhatsApp for those of you who got the WhatsApps. Anybody that's got signings in September who we haven't already been in touch with, we will be in touch with you before we sort of break up. And we'll still be coming in odd days. And if we see it's somebody that's signing, obviously we will respond to you. And we'll be organizing the actual dates that we're going to do signing. So you'll hear from us as well. It's just in Italy, lots of people still don't think that it's a real thing, but things do shut down in August. That's just the way it is. So we go along with it, as you do, because that's what we're like. So we're going to have a bit of a rest, a well-earned rest, I think it is, and then back up to fighting standards to kick off September. So the live streams, I did try to see when we could do them. That each Wednesday it falls in line with either a member of family coming or something like that. But I will do some live streams just to keep you involved, but they'll only be sort of 10-15 minute things that we sometimes do on YouTube. But I will keep a hand in through some. I do promise you that. But as I said, the usual content, the videos and all that kind of thing will carry on. We are then looking to make a few changes for when we come back in September. So a couple of things we're going to be doing is we're going to be working. But we're going to change some of our branding. I'm getting a little bit bored now of the door emblem and things like that. And we're going to change some of the branding of a home initiative, which I know doesn't affect much, but just keep an eye out for the new look. That's hopefully going to be from September. I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. I've had a little bit of a tickly cough, and I've got air conditioning directly above me, and I think that's just getting me going a little bit more. We are now finally getting into the town videos. We're going to start filming a couple of them this month, which I'm going to sort of mix in with the agents videos that we release on a Wednesday, and we're going to do town videos as well, which is basically just walking around the towns for you to get to know these towns a little bit better. That's something we've been saying we're going to do for a long time, but now I feel that is the right time to do it, and we can add those as well to the property videos, so they can shorten a little bit, but you've still got the town. I know lots of people do like the town visits before the video, so there'll always be a bit of something, but we will have full town videos where we're going to give you a bit more information on the town. So if you've got any ideas, I love hearing from you guys. I always class this as a bit of a community. That's why I love for people to send photographs in, and please keep sending more photographs in because I'm running out of them. But I also like your opinions on what we do right and what we don't do right. So if you're thinking, I wish they would do this, or I wish they would do, please send it in. You can send it by email to the info@homeinaitaly.com. We'll ignore them, but you can send. No, no, we read them all, and it's great to get that kind of input because we want to know what the kind of content you want. So we're thinking about doing the town videos, sort of giving information, all the basic information of sort of not going around every single shop, but the basic information, what you need, whether there's a hospital there, where the nearest hospital is, where the nearest motorway is, airport is, and all this kind of thing. And then we're going to do a walk around the town, which will be in similar theme to my Saturday videos. Literally not showing me, that I will be part of the videos, but it will be behind the camera work, if you like. So if you've got any ideas for that, then obviously let me know, because it's something that we're going to start doing, and I think it should be quite good. So look out for those coming. And also, if you can come up with a and I'm looking forward to this actually. Now, you send me a few emails. I'm looking for good titles, because even though it's still going to be part of the Home in Italy video section, I want to have it so it's sort of a series, if you like. So I got an idea from somebody. I'm not going to mention his name. He knows who he is if he's watching. But I don't think YouTube will allow me to write what this person wanted to call it. But I want to call it a series of some sort. And just to give you an idea. You know, it's not walk. There's already somebody called Walk With Me Tim, I think it's called, something like that. Great channel as well, by the way. But it's something similar along those lines. You know, hanging out with Dave, whatever. Something. I'm not saying I'm going to use that. Just give me an idea for the title of the series. Send me an email, and we'll look to do that, because I just want to create a mini series of all these different things, and do a few other lifestyle videos, because now we're getting to that point where we're going to have a little bit more time in autumn, because our daughter is here, not full time, but she's going to be here sort of a lot more than before. She's now finished university, and obviously son is in there as well. So we're going to have more time to do that. We're also going to be increasing our Lean on Me services, which is pretty much going to work in now to when I bring Frank on in a few minutes. And the Lean on Me service is a service that we offer. We're so grateful that people trust us the way they do, and people feel that they can trust us, and which is great. This is what we've created. We wanted to create this kind of atmosphere where people, or this kind of environment where people sort of want to use our services, even if they're not sort of buying properties through our channel, if you like. Maybe they found something with another agent, but they're just not quite sure if things are going the right way. We're going to slightly expand the Lean on Me services, in the sense of we're going to do the full Lean on Me. So if you find something on Idealista or some of these property websites that you found a property and it's been sold by a private seller, we can take care of everything. So, you know, you contact us and say, look, I found this house. I've been in touch with the owner. I want to buy it. He's given me a price, and so on and so on and so on. We want to use your services to get it over the line. That way, then the buyer, the seller, sorry, doesn't pay anything to us, obviously, and you, the buyer, can use our services to actually make it happen. Because that's the difference between us and a lot of other channels. We showcase properties, but then we make it happen. You know, we take you to the end. So it's great seeing properties, but if you really want to buy the property, and then maybe it's not for sale, sometimes it can happen where things fall through. That unfortunately can happen as well. But there seems to be, with some channels, that the lack of the end product, if you like, and that's what we do. But we also want to extend the Lean on Me service for those that are maybe using another estate agent, and maybe the other estate agent speaks English and everything seems okay, but you just want somebody just every now and then to say, does this sound right to you? Does that sound right to you? And although the Lean on Me service, you could expand it to lots of things. It's either going to be full on where we're taking care of everything, or we're going to just do little bits, or we can just literally be at the end of the phone. So if you think to yourself, I'm fine with all this, everything seems to be going all right, but I just wish I knew somebody that I could just ask X, Y, Z. And that's something that we're going to be introducing. I'm going to be thinking about that this summer, to then offer a package where you've just got a number you can contact us, or a dedicated email to contact us, just to say, look, I've had this through, or they've said this, or I'm a week before signing and they've said this, because there's a few people that have sent me emails and something's happened and they've ended up cancelling the sale because they got concerned about it. And then when they spoke to me about it, I said, you should have carried on. It was fine. What they're doing is this. And I think there's a need for that kind of service. So that's something that we're going to be adding on to the Lean on Me, and having dedicated people that's gonna work on Lean on Me. So that's something that's going to well, Seb, Dave does get it done. Nice tan. Do you like the tan? It's coming along, isn't it? I usually just go red and then white again. But there you go. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, the Lean on Me, I think is something that we want to slightly expand on. And as I say, just keep it for those that just need that little bit of help, or those that just say, Dave, just make it happen. And that's what we'll do. So that's going to happen. We're looking into some podcasts, because a few people have mentioned podcasts. And when we do these shows, somebody said to me, why don't you, I don't know how the whole podcast thing works, to be honest with you, but a lot of people said you should turn the lives into podcasts. And then if we don't get to see you live, we can listen to it in the car. We could do, so that is something that I'm going to be definitely looking at this summer, just so I can annoy you all in the car as well as on as well as on your TVs and that kind of thing. Just imagine just driving down the road and you're listening to me all day. I mean, does life get any better than that? You tell me, let me know. But I think the podcast thing, I think, is going to be a quite a good thing. So those are a few things that's going to happen. We're saying that we're going to do all of this within summertime, but I've just said to Tony now, look in the bookings, we've got people that's coming out to visitors and all the rest of it. Summer's just going to go like that. I know it is, but the podcast is definitely, Lean on Me is definitely, the podcast is something that we're going to be looking at as well. Sorry if you're hearing loads of pinging going off, but I've not turned things off because I'm waiting for certain messages from the notary. It's our last day on Friday to get all our notary things done, and I'm just sort of half conscious if somebody needs to get in touch with me urgent. Discover with Dave. That's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout at all. But that kind of thing. I did want to use my name in it so people can sort of get used to that. But yeah, something like that. Let me know what you think for that new series as well, because I'd be really interested in that. Okay, so time. Sorry about that. My mic just went off for some reason. Time. It's time to bring Frank on. This is going to be the mini Meet the Home Buyer. Well, not that he's mini. He's not small. He's normal size, just to get it straight. Let's bring him on. It's Frank, everybody. Good evening, sir.
Hello.
You know, Frank, it's absolutely mad actually meeting you even though we're only meeting sort of online, but I feel like I've known you now for, well, it has been over 2 years, hasn't it?
I think I contacted you in February 2024. I
can't believe all this time's passed. Is Tanya on her way, by the way? Is she going to be?
Unfortunately, she's got some children in her last gymnastics class, so she may be here. I'm not really sure.
No. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Not that I'm,
You wanted to be famous.
I know. So, Frank, we met for the first time. Like I said, we've been in touch and first of all, tell us where. Obviously, you live in the UK. I didn't realize you were Scottish. Not that I've got anything against Scottish people or anything like that. You sprung that up on me last week.
We live in Hertfordshire, a place called Bushy. It's a really weird name, but Bushy in Hertfordshire, which is really nice, but just busy.
And are you busy? Have you got one of those sort of typical British lives and probably like everybody else watching American live? That are you a full on work, or are you starting to slow down? Or
no, it's like just non-stop. It's just, so when I saw Abruzzo, I thought, oh wow.
So how did it all start then? Obviously you must have been to Abruzzo then before you first contacted me.
No. So we went down the route of many people where we looked on. I was actually looking at properties in Portugal,
right?
Where the director of our firm lives, or he's got a property, and I thought, well, I wonder how much they cost. So I looked at that. Then I saw this thing saying Idealista, Italy. So I looked at that and I was looking at properties and thinking, wow, I can't believe the cost of them. And then we found one. We approached the owner, and the owner said, go and see our notary, go and see this, go and see that. Then I approached you because I wasn't really sure about what he was saying. Then you became involved and realised that it was, you advised me against buying it because of this thing called ancient possession.
Yeah.
It stopped us losing our money almost on the last or second day. And then we thought that, so we weren't actually looking to buy a property from you. We were looking to try and find one ourselves. And then we saw the Lean On Me service.
So you'd already been watching our videos before then, have you? Had you already seen anything, or did you just?
No, it was just after we found the Idealista thing that we started watching your videos, and there was one you did, and I was thinking, what a beautiful house, what a beautiful place, what a beautiful view. But we'd already found this other place.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, and this place was huge, wasn't it? It was like a castle, really. Right?
Yeah.
And then you told me on a Friday night, offer him less money. You said you shouldn't have done it, and he said yeah, and I was thinking, well, that's a bit strange. He just took it straight like that. Said yeah, fair enough. And then you advised me at the end of it when it was getting close to the notary not to go through with it. So then we thought, well, maybe we should just stick with Dave. And that's basically what happened, really. We'll stick with Dave because he's advised us not to buy this place because it's not, well, it's like an ancient possession. It's not, I wouldn't say it's not legit, but it is.
No.
For some people, it is.
I think the problem is, and I'll just quickly tell people what ancient, because there's going to be some people watching this that's bought through us that have bought with ancient possession thinking, hang on a minute, he never told me that. He never told. So what ancient possession is, for everybody to know, is the Italian government put in place something that if a property, years and years ago, people would just use things and take over things, and maybe there was some abandoned piece of land, or maybe there was a little storage room that nobody had any idea who it belonged, and they took over things. And they I think there's a law also in the UK similar to it, but they created a law here to say that if you've been using something unhindered for 20 years, then you can claim it as your own. But it's quite a serious thing. It's quite a serious thing to say that I've been using this unhindered for 20 years, because it's actually what they call penale if you're lying. So which means, I'm not saying you'll go to prison, but you'll certainly get something bad against your name. You could potentially go to prison if it's penale. But what ancient possession is, if you've got a house and maybe there's a couple of rooms or something like that, that your great-grandfather thought, I'm going to use that because nobody's ever here. I'm going to use it. It's been passed down. It's been used for 20 years. It becomes, you can claim legal title of it. There's no clear title to it. And the land registry officers and the notary will warn you of that. There's no clear title, but they can sell it. So there are pros and cons to it, and it's a good way of moving things on that people don't know, who's owned it. The problem with yours, the odd room or a couple of rooms or part of the building, there's different types of ancient possession. Some that you just think, oh yeah, I'll do it. Some that's just maybe one room or a storage room. So you think, oh, if somebody comes back and really wants to try and get this back off me, even though it's very difficult for them to get it back, you don't care. You just think, oh well, I'll take that on. But the problem with your house, what we found out as things were going on, is it was all ancient possession, wasn't it? It was all the whole property, and the guy
and Domenico knew the fella.
Yes, yeah. That was a mad thing as well. That how it all sort of fell into place, and I mean, it was legit because it even had it restored as well using government money and the rest of it. So and there's nothing wrong with him selling it because he can say, well, this is, but the whole house. I'm not doubting him, but for me, then if I'm taking something on that because at that time you're going to have to put money into it as well, weren't you? That was the reality of it.
Yeah.
I would want to clear a title. If it's the odd room or couple or a different type, we've done another ancient possession where somebody built onto a little tiny piece of land maybe a quarter of the house, it was obvious what had happened, and it's fine. An ancient possession will disappear in time, and the land registers will knock it off. But the problem is you were going to put a lot more money into the house, and the fact that the whole property was ancient possession. I actually felt a little bit sorry for the guy, because he said, "Well, it's always been ours," but he couldn't sell it. So, I mean, you were a bit gutted, weren't you? I mean, that was after.
I would have to say, but the actual fact is, if we hadn't gone to your Lean on Me service, like, first off, he asked us to use the same notary that he recommended, the same geometer, the same translator, whatever. If we'd have gone down that route, we'd have been in his hands.
Yeah.
And we would have just signed and said, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know some people are going to say to you, Frank, I know some people are going to say, why would you just sign with things like that? But people do, though, don't they? And I know it's sort of, sometimes you stand back and think, you know, would I really have gone through that? Why would I have done that? But you do sometimes get caught up in it all, doesn't it? Especially when
it's like a castle, and I did have investors who would have revamped the place completely.
Right. Yeah.
So I just left it.
So, I mean, obviously, I mean, you've gone really far onto this, haven't you? Because you'd even sent the money to the notary. I mean, your money's been sat in the notary's account for 2 years. But we'd gone, well, we were within about a week, weren't we, of signing, I think, or something like that.
So what we did, though, is we used Currencies Direct, and they are, I cannot fault them, guys. I'm telling you. So,
yeah, no, they were super.
First off, moving money is not easy when you don't know how to do it. But if you have someone like, I'm sure his name's Chris, is it Chris?
Not sure who you dealt with there, because Dave
Dixon. Right.
Dave Nixon, yeah, he's the main.
If you have someone who will call you on a Sunday on WhatsApp and say, right, Frankie, this is what you need to do to move money, but it don't cost you anything. I mean, what can you say about that? It's like, just outstanding. They are outstanding.
Yeah, that's a good. I'm glad, because it's a good plug for them. They're worth. Dave is going to come on again soon as well. So you were doing all of this, obviously sending money out and everything. And everything in the end went wrong, didn't it? It got to the point where we said, look, you need to make a decision. But you said to me, what would you do? I told you what I would do. Yeah. And you decided to go against it. So, sorry, not go against it. You decided to not buy the property. And we sort of left it. We were waiting for the guy so long. If I remember, it was even in hospital as well, wasn't it? We were waiting for him to find.
Sent us a picture of him in the hospital bed.
Yeah, it was getting ridiculous, wasn't it? Yeah,
I thought it was AI, but it was like
no, it was a genuine photo, because when I said, can't you just find out from this guy if he's found this contract? And the guy sent Domenico and said, no, I'm in hospital, and sent him the photograph. But so it was getting silly. So then once you got sort of over that and you thought, okay, then there was a property that we videoed. A great property in Colle di Mezzo.
Yeah, and we thought brilliant.
Yeah, and so everything was going. You know, I remember when I was so happy because you were first, because you've been on Patreon as well. I mean, you've done the full full Monty. So you've been on Patreon. You were first on there, and I said, Frank, I'm just so glad this is for you, because it's a brilliant place. Blah 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 blah. Go for it. And you did, and you added the extra money to it, sent it to the notary again, and we've got everything in place. How long ago was this one? Was it? This must have been last year. Was it a year?
Last year. It was due to be completed in October, and we were in India in this in our hotel room about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm thinking it's just about to go. We're just waiting for the call, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was terrible, because there's certain things you can find out beforehand, but then there's certain things that the notary goes further in detail to, and found this huge debt attached to this property. And again, it's a big shout out for the system. At the end of the day, that's
it works.
You know, it works. It stops. And I was absolutely gutted. I knew the owner. I knew the owner's son. And it was all to do with his father that had a business that had gone bankrupt. But the notary, luckily, dug deeper than other things to find a link of some way that this house could eventually be, you could have problems with it. And that phone call, I remember now when you said you were in India. I do remember, because I think you were having a drink of something while I was. I didn't want to. It happens to very few people, but it was a call I just didn't want to. I didn't want to make. But I must say, you and Tanya, and that's the thing with you. I mean, I've never spoken to Tanya. I don't know if she's the same. But you were just so chilled out.
Exactly the same. Like she's the most chilled woman in the world.
Yeah, but I've come across chilled out people, but you just seem to just. And I think the thing for me, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to ask you now, but obviously, I'd been saying to you, you came to us. It's not that I sort of fished you out of the water.
Yeah.
You came to us. You sent money everywhere where I told you to send it. And then something fell through. And then I said, you need to send more money now because you like this other place. And you sent everything through. Then I rang you up and I said, this one's falling through. Was there any point, because you never asked for that money back from the notary. You just said, leave everything where it is. Was there any point, a feeling where you were just thinking, am I being done here?
I would say no. The only way to explain it is that, so with the first one, I asked for your help. So you helped me. Like, you stopped me from making a massive mistake. So then I was thinking, well, I've already gone through the process of sending this money to Italy, to the notary, and we stupidly went through a bank where it cost us a fortune as opposed to Currencies Direct. Then I spoke to Dave Nixon at Currencies Direct, and he said that thing would have cost you like £100 instead of like £2,000 or whatever it was. So I think, well, I don't want to go through this process of moving it again. I've got faith in these people. I'm absolutely certain they're going to find me somewhere. Because you said, like, I will definitely find you a property. Then we found the one in Colla d'Amelio, and I was thinking, wow. So like you do, you show it to everyone. You show the videos. You almost get into it so much, it's like you can't stop thinking about it. You look around the town, you go from Google Maps, and you look at all the restaurants and all the rest of it. And fortunately, we were on holiday, so I wasn't like at work or anything like that. So when we got the bad news, it wasn't so bad, really. You know, we could still go out down to the beach and have a meal and whatever. So it wasn't. I was thinking, well, what do we do now? Time's going like, what idiot idea have you come up with now, Frankie? I was like, well, which is what she said right at the start. And as she said, we are not stopping with this until we find somewhere. You go and tell that Dave. He's got to find us a property. It was basically that, really. So it's not, you know, you can move money around as much as you want. Lose money, shifting it here, shifting it there, or just leave it there. Okay, you're not going to make any interest, but interest is like 1% at the moment. So just leave it there.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to go, it's already there.
Yeah. Yeah. So you didn't have any. You were still 100% for it.
Absolutely none at all. Like, I mean, you have to bear in mind that when I asked you to help me for the first process with this house in, I think it's Aquila, I think it's called.
Yeah,
you never charged me a penny when it didn't go through.
Yeah.
Not a single penny, and I couldn't believe that. And I was saying, "No, Dave, you sure you don't want some money for this?" I mean, because you went to the notary, spoke to Domenico, and all the rest of it, and that went on for months. I'm just looking at my WhatsApp to you. It went on from February until almost June. And obviously that's time that you and your colleagues all spend. And I said to you, do you want any money for that? And you said no, and thank you for that. But sometimes, and also you watch your videos every week. We've been watching them after we found the place, right? And thinking, oh God, yeah, that one looks lovely. That one looks lovely. So it's kind of like, so it is a faith thing, and I think people should. I mean, we've looked around the internet. We look at we still look at videos of different people selling houses and stuff like that. But I think you nailed it on the head with this one price. And now I'm watching other people selling stuff where they're starting to add the closing costs and stuff like that. Where previously it was like, this house is €33,000, but it's going to cost you 70. No one seems to like. And then you have to find it all yourself, and you can't do that without that lien on me.
Yeah, yeah. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So then, when was it? A few months ago? It wasn't that long ago, was it? I don't think.
We saw a video on Easter Friday, and I'm thinking, what's he doing out on Easter Friday?
And it was a property in Pennypit. Like I said, I'm not going to show the property now because I want to do it obviously state and the rest of it. It was a property in Pennypit di Monte. You always said to me with the other properties, as much as you love the other ones, that the only thing you were missing was a little bit of outside space. What was it about the Pennypit di Monte that you just thought, that's it?
The patio.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, just that really. You don't care what it's like inside. What it looks from the outside, just somewhere to sit down, and the views are just. I mean, if you had to pay money for views in Italy, you'd be paying tens of thousands of pounds for that view if you didn't own a house there.
Yeah, yeah.
And people come to sit on a concrete bench or a granite bench to look at them views and take photographs.
Yeah.
And if you have that from your house every morning, every evening, how it changes from summer to autumn to winter to whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you?
No, they are incredible. They're mind blowing, the views from that place. And even when I contacted
the other side,
yeah,
past the house is behind you, you've then got the Magella.
Yeah.
So you're looking down to the coast one side and looking up there. It's like, which way? So would you sit on the entrance looking at the Magella, or would you sit looking over the valley to the sea?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Pennypit di Monte is such a fantastic little place as well. I mean, I know you've not been here yet. You've no idea what it's like, but you know, I mean, your house is a few minutes away from my house, and when you come here, you're gonna be blown away. Pennypit di Monte is a little gem for a start on its own, but it's also the other things close by in Guardia Grel and places like that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I remember when I called you. Well, you told me about that, and I thought,
no. I just said that was cool. I was in one of these like Teams meetings that everyone does, right? And I saw my phone going. I actually forgot about it, to be honest. Like, and I swear to God, I actually.
Is this on Friday when we were doing the signing?
Yeah, I completely forgot about it, and I think Silvana said it was you were there at 9:40, and I think, well, how long would that take? It would probably take, I don't know, maybe 2 hours when you go through all these documents. So I was thinking, and I'm getting mixed up with UK time and Italian time. And then when you called me, and I was on this Teams meeting, it was an absolute load of rubbish, like they are. So I took him off. I said, I don't know how to tell you this. And I was thinking, oh, not again.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist it. I had to.
If it had been me, I'd have done exactly the same thing.
It must be the English humour or Scottish humour in your case.
I'd have done exactly the same thing. But at the time, I was thinking, okay, all right. I'll just call Tanya and tell her, like, we've got to find somewhere else.
And what would you have done if I would have said? Because I mean, obviously, we've been gearing up to this now, and I know you've not hassled me. You've not hassled me once. You've just said it'll go when it goes, and if it doesn't go, then don't. Because we did postpone it, didn't we? There was because when that happened, I thought, oh my God,
I think it's going to be in June sometime.
Yeah. Because the family live in Switzerland.
Switzerland and Germany.
Yeah, Switzerland, I think. Yeah, one of them's German, but they live in Switzerland. Yeah. Oh no, she's German speaking, but they live in Switzerland, and they were trying to sort out a power of attorney and couldn't for some reason. So then they said, we're going to have to put it off because we're going to come down, and we can only do it when we. But when we got the phone call, I just thought, oh my God, what are you going to tell me? I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to know.
And so you have to bear in mind, though, that like in between that, we're still getting emails from Silvana saying, "Don't worry, this is all cool."
I'm glad you thought that.
But it is what it is. It's like, I mean, you can't. Some things you can't change. So.
And that's what you. I mean, you thank me for doing things for you, but I thank you because there was just no. But I want everybody to go through. Don't get me wrong. But when it's onto the third one, and you just think, I can't. Not that we've done anything wrong, but this surely something's going to go right for this couple.
Well, the first one, right, it's got nothing to do with you. I asked you to help me. The second one, some woman owes some money to the government. The third one, it is what it is.
So did you think last week, as we were heading up to it, did you think this is good? I mean, yeah, you've done 3 power of attorneys.
Not to block it, to be honest. So,
Right.
Also the other thing is I have to go and see like a notary in the UK and then get some documents signed and stuff like that. And he said to me, Frankie, what are you doing? Are you sure about this one? And I was like, yeah. This one's going to be good. Like, are you sure this Dave Benton's okay? It's like, I'm telling you, this man's fine.
Brilliant. So then on Friday, and I must say the owners were so. I wasn't sure what to expect when they come, and when owners are really nice, it really settles everything. Because when we bought our house, our owners were arguing. It turned into a nightmare, and you just think, I didn't speak a word of Italian. I'm looking at Silvana saying, "What on earth? Why is everybody shouting at each other? What's going?" It was horrendous. So when owners are, and they were fantastic, all of them. They were so good, and I immediately settled into my chair in the notary's office and thought, "This is I'm going to be giving him some good news at the But yeah, I'm just so glad that it pulled off and you got it in the end. So do you think now, looking back, are you happier now with the choice because of your outside space and everything else?
Yeah, I would say that the first place was like a castle, and that was investment and stuff like that, and that would have gone on like for years and years to try and. It was actually restored, but you could have turned it into like 10 houses. But I'm so pleased that you stopped us from losing any. Sorry, excuse me. You stopped us from losing any money on that. The second place we really did like, but we're thinking, well, if it's not right, it's not right. But this place, compared to them two, is, in my opinion, is just. And obviously, I've showed it to all my friends, and they're all the guys at work, and there's lots of guys at work that've got like loads of spare money and stuff that just want to see it go through with us, and then they'll start looking at it. I mean, I can't believe you can get that. It's outstanding.
Not the best advert, though, is it? 2.5 years later, but
yeah, but it's not your fault. It wasn't your fault. The first one, I asked you for help. You advised me not to buy it. I didn't buy it. Yeah. So it's really only one.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the frustrating thing for us is sales can happen so quick. It's just you get the odd person where everything seems to go wrong. But in the end, you got what you want, and you're coming out soon as well, aren't you?
13th, yeah. So we've now. So for example, like we booked them flights on the 13th before the signing.
I can't believe you did that, but
well, we did that because we've got faith in you. So, and if it doesn't pan out, then we'll just have a week there and look around, and we like being on a tour. Maybe call you up or someone, where to go to. So it's not.
We'll definitely have a drink together when you're here. Well, you're only going to be up the road. Are you going to stay in the house? You may as well, aren't you? We've had this conversation.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we were looking at where to stay and looking at the prices, and obviously because it's August, it's well expensive. We think, well,
you're coming up
5-star hotels, 3-star hotels, bed and breakfast, beds. We can live wherever.
Yeah.
And Guardale Grill's just up the road, so you can buy whatever you need on the way through.
Yeah, no, definitely.
45 minutes from an airport and 50 minutes from the coast. I mean, with that view.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, absolutely outstanding. I mean, just outstanding. I mean, outstanding. We feel really, really lucky. And I would suggest that every person that watches your channel, even if they find somewhere independently like Idealista or Gateway Italy, go to the Lean On Me service, because, and like you were saying earlier, if you only use part of it, use it, because it's very difficult to find a notary, a geometer, a translator, and all the rest of that on your own, especially when you're being pressurized by the people selling to try and do all that stuff on your own, because obviously they can speak Italian, you can't.
Frank, you're a star. Thank you very much for the.
I'm just being honest about what's happened to us. Like, we are more than happy with you, and like Silvana today, with like changing the utilities, we wouldn't even know where to start.
But what did you say to me
All
earlier?
in one day.
You said that she's had you running around all over the place today.
Actually, that's like I've learned how to use a photocopier.
Unfortunately for that kind of thing, it is a little bit backward for the
Yeah.
for utilities and for signing things and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there.
That's all I can say is thank you. I mean, really, from the pair of us, thank you. I cannot say thank you enough, and I wish every person watching your channel, don't take my word for it, just go down the route with Dave, and then you'll be cool. Because you try all these other things, you always end up with an obstacle.
I really appreciate it. It's really kind of you, Frankie. I suppose I better buy you a drink now when you come out. That's a bit tough for me, a Yorkshireman offering a drink out.
I just sent you a picture of a Yorkshire tea packet.
Oh, did you?
The photo of the week.
Superb. Well, Frankie, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Shame we missed Tanya. We'll see you next time, definitely.
I'm sorry I spoke so long. I do apologise to everyone.
No. This is what we invite people on for. So, plus Domenico's supposed to have joined us, and there's no sign of him yet. So,
he's probably bored listening to me.
I know anything can happen. Anything can happen. Okay, mate. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll definitely see you when you're out here anyway, and we'll catch up once Tanya's there. We'll show everybody the house and everything. Thank you so much. Once I knock you off here, it's just gonna disappear. So I'll say goodbye to you now, and I'll speak to you on the phone the next couple of days.
You look after yourself.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Bye.
Absolutely fantastic. What I hope you enjoyed that one. It was. I'm just checking to see where Domenico is. He has been, and like I said, I've not spoken to Tanya, so I don't know. I've never met her or anything like that, but I just can't believe how patient they've been. And we're talking 2.5 years here. We're not talking a couple of months. And that's again this trust thing, this thing of what we're trying to create with our community, what we're trying to create on Patreon, with our forum, and everything else is to try and create a place where you see it on here. You see the way people write to each other. You see people that have bought properties. I know I have a laugh with people, Mark and Pacentro, Pete, and all the other people that come on, but they all speak to each other because they've gone through similar experiences. They're loving the places, they're getting to know each other, and they're then helping other people as well, which is exactly what we wanted to do. I can see Domenico's come on now. So, and listening to Frankie talk, like I said, we're talking over 2 years here. There's so many people who would have just given up, but he didn't give up on his dream. And what's really massively heartwarming for us is he didn't give up on us either. I know he kept saying it wasn't your fault, but I would have thought at some point somebody's going to say, look, no, it's just not working. But I'm just so happy that we have relationships like that with everybody, and the main thing for us to know is things don't always go right. Things don't always go right, even with connecting utilities. The only thing we can say to people is we do everything we can. We do everything possible to, because we take it personally. We understand when people are concerned about something. We understand if people are trying to get something done, it's just not happening. We understand all of that, and we take it personally, and we do everything we can. I promise every single one of you, that's what we do. That's the standards that we hold for ourselves. That's why we keep it within our family, because we all think the same way. You pay our wages at the end of the day, and that is massively important. And it's important that you do right by people. And it's just fantastic to hear somebody like him talking like that. But this community that we've got of other people is a huge thing for us, and it's all thanks to all of you watching, whether you've done anything with us or not. It's a massive thanks to everybody. Okay, so it's time, everybody. It's that time again for Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials, and let's bring Tony on first. Tony, one thing that you forgot, what you forgot tonight. What? This screen.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
The remote wasn't working, Dave. I think the batteries have run out. I did keep doing that, but nothing.
It's just been shot, and I've just noticed it now. How many times I say to myself during I'm going to press the button, then I forget. There you go. Are you ready? Let's bring Domenico on. Buonasera.
Ciao. Hey, Tommy. Ciao.
Ciao, Tony.
Ciao, Dave.
Ciao, Dave. Ciao.
Buonasera. Ti piace il cappello di Tony?
Yes, I like.
He's loving Tony's hat. Okay.
Hey, it's good.
Siamo pronti? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing Domenico's perfect English. Tony, you go first. So
Yeah.
I'll be the one judging the. Let's see. Let me get the on this. Let me get the ones. Oh, Mary's saying Domenico. Mary likes Domenico. Ti ricordi Mary?
Sì.
Lei ha detto
Hi, Mary.
She's going to be very happy now. Mary's going to be so happy. Okay, so Domenico, Tony, you first. I'm just giving everybody the last clue. So the last clue is it is a child or big child film, and yeah, it's not old, but it's a classic. Tone, go.
Ok. Un attimo prima stai difendendo l'intera galassia e all'improvviso ti ritrovi a sorseggiare del Darjeeling con Maria Antoinetta e la sua sorellina.
Okay, not bad.
Good.
Grazie da me. Grazie.
Hai capito tutto, Domenico? Hai capito?
Sì.
Sì? Conosci il film?
Forse sì.
Domenico thinks he knows it. Okay, come on. In your best English. Vai.
Okay. 1 minute you are defending the whole galaxy, and suddenly you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with Maria Antonietta, in italiano, and her little sister.
Bravo.
Well,
Thank you.
Okay, folks, guess away. What film is that from? I'm going to give you about 25 seconds. What film is it from? And let's see if we get. And there's people are searching on Google. I can tell. And there's nobody can get this. There's no way. People are definitely.
Well, you just have a guess, wouldn't you?
We've got Bill and Ted. No, one classic. Tony Rocks. No.
Tony Rocks.
Bill and Ted. No, nothing to now.
Animation.
It looks. That's. I'll give him a little clue. It is animation. Yeah. Why? Who said that? Did you just guess that, Tom?
No, you said it before.
Somebody's got it.
You said it before. Toy Story.
Bug Music 7. What's that? 7882. Toy Story. Can't believe he got it. There is no way that he got it from that. That's a definite Google search. Bug Music.
So that's 41-40 then to us now.
No, you were. No, I said I was 40 ahead the last time. So that, and then we've had a break, so that's another 25 to me. Can't believe, but nobody on. Oh no, we've got a few people got it since then. Time Bandits, no. We've got another one. Toy Story, Falleron intro or something.
Bill Masgamato.
Bill, Domenico is using his translator app. Definitely. What can I say? You've won. Bravo. Tony, you were useless. Domenico was a bit better.
He's always better than me.
No.
Allora, Domenico, grazie. Ci sentiamo domani.
Yes.
E ricordati, domenica presto andiamo.
Sì, si parte. Go.
I've got 2 nights. We're going on holiday only for 2 nights with Domenico and his wife, his better half Sylvia. We'll see how that goes. Ma paga tu per
Noi andiamo con Silvana e Silvia.
Ma paga tu per ogni cena, sì?
Sì, ok.
Bravo.
Però mi hai detto che cominci la dieta da domenica, giusto?
No, domenica prossima. Just ask Domenico if he's going to be paying for our meals. So there you go. Ok, ci sentiamo domani.
Ciao Tony.
Ciao Domenico. Have a good holiday.
There you go. I can't believe you got that. Nobody. I don't think anybody on. Oh no, he is on. No, I'm just trying to work this out. Oh yeah, he is on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, well done, Bug Music. Definitely a Google search. Absolutely, definitely. But there you go. Well done, Tom.
Wait a minute.
Hate to say it, but well done.
Well, thank you.
Do you want to say goodbye to everybody for the August holiday?
Yes. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great summer. See you in September.
Even though the rest of the world's going to be there saying, "What do you mean have a great summer?" The rest of the world just treats it as a normal time.
Have a holiday.
Yeah. Be Italian.
Go away. Relax.
Yeah.
Drink lots of vino.
And move to Italy.
Yeah. Montepulciano di Abruzzo. With a little bit of fizzy water in it.
Yeah, that's the way I like it. But not red at this time. Well, I should start drinking red, but yeah. Linda, Lou, Dave, Tony, Silvano, Domenico, and Sylvia, thank you for making my dream come true in Vittorito. Have a lovely, well-deserved holiday. That's very kind of you, Linda. You got a great place as well. We're going to have to do a Meet the Home Buyer with Lindy Lou as well. Okay, Tom. We'll catch you later.
Yeah, I'll see you later, alligator.
See you soon. There you go, folks. So that's us done for the summer break. I feel like a child. I can imagine some of you saying, "What sort of it?" But that's just the way it is. When living in Italy, be Italian. We just have a little bit of time off. That's where it is. But ci vediamo in settembre. Definitely. We will be back. I will try possibly the last Wednesday of August. I'll do some advertising. You'll know. I'll keep in touch anyway. And as I said, the Saturday properties and some Wednesday properties will still be coming on. Patreons, you still get all your early access. We've got some fantastic properties coming on. Our day-to-day work stops, but we still go through emails and that kind of thing. There will be a delay on certain emails. But remember, property videos, everything's dealt with in date and time order, so those emails will get a priority. You will hear back from us, and that's it. Thank you so much, and we will see you. I'm going to say September, but I will hopefully see you before. Have a fantastic summer yourselves, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all the support you give us. I do genuinely mean everything we said tonight, and yeah, we will see you. See you soon.